Good, happy Thursday morning. I'm Riley King, and welcome to Good Morning, New Hampshire. Let's get started. First up, 3 arrested after Epping manhunt. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9.
I'm feeling like I'm a little overwhelmed.
Dylan Zubarik says 3 men came to his home to rob him, and he says one of them was not a stranger.
Someone I once knew from back in school came to my house asking to hang out, and I told him I didn't want to hang out, and he asked me if my dog bit, and then came into my home pleading to hang out with me. I did not want to hang out with him. He left, and then about a minute later, 2 gentlemen came to my house with a firearm and strong-held me and attacked me. Looking for anything to take.
Epping police say an officer on patrol in the neighborhood noticed a suspicious car on the block, went into Dylan's home, and caught 2 of the men. Police say the 3rd suspect ran away. As officers came to search the area for him, one neighbor noticed someone near his property.
We dispatched a Seacoast Emergency Response Team contact team to go out and search that property. They did search and find the suspect hiding in a shed behind the property.
Officers arrested Raul Nadarino. He's been charged with burglary, robbery, conspiracy to purchase drugs, and resisting arrest or apprehension. Police have not named the other suspects who are facing separate charges. Zubair did not need medical attention, and police say the 3 men are expected in court tomorrow morning. In Epping, Kristen Polk, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Brothers use a bow and arrow to chase off attempted burglar. Let's take a listen to this report from WMUR News 9.
I only went outside with 1 arrow.
16-year-old Andrew Kennedy says he had to think fast when a stranger tried to break into his house Friday afternoon.
My brother told me that he was trying to get in, and I went upstairs and I grabbed a weapon. I told him to call the cops.
13-year-old Eric Kennedy says he called 911 and took this picture of the suspect who fell after hurting his leg. Meantime, his brother Andrew grabbed his bow and arrow and headed outside.
I think it was pretty awesome when he came out right there and, started screaming at him. I didn't know if he had a weapon or not, so I was thinking I'm going to have to do what I'm going to have to do.
Police say Andrew came face-to-face with 31-year-old David McCumber of Manchester.
I went outside and I confronted him and I started screaming at him, telling him to leave. And when he eventually did, I didn't know he was in relation with our neighbor, so I chased him down the street so he wouldn't harm anybody else.
Andrew chased McCumber 2 houses down where the suspect fell again. Shortly after, police arrived.
He was arrested for possession of marijuana. We found some other items on his person that led us to believe he might have been involved in a different crime, another burglary someplace else nearby. We continued our investigation and did recover some evidence from a separate burglary.
McCumber faces 3 felony charges and a misdemeanor for possession of a controlled drug. He was arraigned Tuesday and is being held on $20,000.
The police came from every direction, apprehended him, took him off. I'm so proud of my sons. They're very brave.
The boys' parents, Mark and Kathy, tell us they are extremely proud of their son's quick actions. McCumber will face a judge again on October 27th. Live in Derry tonight, Kristen Carosa, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Police shooting of Claremont man ruled justified. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9.
Today?
Without an appointment? Try in like 2 weeks.
There has to be an easier way.
Come to Auto Fair Honda, home of the $17.95 oil change.
I don't have an appointment today. Is there any way I can get an oil change?
Of course. We'll have you out of here in 39 minutes or less. Works free.
Servicing your vehicle is fast and easy at Auto Fair Honda. Call or book your appointment online at autofairhonda.com.
Auto Fair makes it happen. Investigation reveals 25-year-old Cody LaFont was out with friends before they dropped him off at his home in Claremont at 4 a.m. on Sunday, September 25th. Investigators say Mr. LaFont had been drinking alcohol throughout the evening and appeared to those with him to be heavily intoxicated, but not belligerent, aggressive, or despondent. He then called 911 several times, requesting an officer come talk to him, something he had done in the past. When Claremont Police Corporal Ian Kibbe walked up to the screen door, he says he spotted a gun in LaFont's hand and repeatedly ordered him to drop it. Investigators determined Mr. LaFont did not say anything, strangely smiled at Corporal Kibbe, and then stepped towards the officer while moving the revolver that he held in the officer's direction. Believing that Mr. LaFont was going to shoot him and fearing for his life, Corporal Kibbe fired his service weapon 3 times. LaFont was shot in the chest. The use of deadly force ruled legally justified.
It's a tragic circumstance for all involved.
The Assistant Attorney General says the report was shared with LaFont's family.
It was a very emotional meeting, and we understand that a young man who was loved by many friends and many family died, and it's a tragic circumstance. But in the end, this tragic circumstance was legally justified.
At a September vigil at the Claremont Speedway where LaFont spent his free time, his mother said her son suffered from depression and had called 911 in the past.
And as a result of this investigation, no criminal charges will be filed against Corporal Kibbe. In Concord, Jean Mackin, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Third presidential debate, 7 moments that mattered. Let's take a look.
Helps our customers get up and running anywhere on the planet. Wherever there's a phone, we've got a bank, and we could never do that before.
The cloud gave us a single platform to reach across our entire organization. It helps us communicate better.
We use the Microsoft Cloud's advanced analytics tools to track down cyber criminals.
This cloud helps transform business. This is the Microsoft Cloud.
Sorry about that, everyone. The video does not want to play. I'll read you the 7 moments that mattered. Row over row. Number 2, Trump's bad home brass. Number 3, pivots and redirects lead to heated moments about Russia. Number 4, comparing notes on experience. Number 5, Trump dismisses claims made by woman. Number 6, feud over foundations. And number 7, Trump says he will keep you in suspense on whether he will concede. Those are the 7 moments that mattered in the third debate. Trump on whether he will accept election results. I look at it at the time. Donald Trump declined to promise that he would absolutely accept the results of the election. When asked if he would commit to accepting the results of the race, regardless of the outcome, Trump responded, I will look at it at the time. Mosul operation moving faster than expected, Iraq's leader says. Iraq Prime Minister Haidar al-Abdoun said that the operation by coalition forces to free Mosul was going faster than expected. And now, time for your weather. Let's take a live look on radar right now. Here's a live look on radar right now. As you see on radar, we have a few clouds and a few Rain showers near the Vermont border. Now let's take a look at your weather on our weather system. Your weather on our weather system. Your wind speed peak is 3 miles per hour. Average is 0. Current is 1 from the west. Your temperature is 45 degrees. Humidity is 89%. Your dew point is 42 degrees. Your forecast is partly cloudy, and your pressure is 29.97. Now let's take a look at your next 7-day forecast. Here's a look at your next 7-day forecast. Your weather for today, PM clouds, cooler, 62 degrees. And now let's take a look at your traffic. Here's a look at your traffic right now. We're seeing a lot of green roadways, and we have a few yellow areas and a couple of tiny red areas over here and over here. Otherwise, your traffic is moving pretty good on your Thursday morning. And we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with more of Good Morning New Hampshire. Don't go anywhere.